GoPros and 360 going here in a little bit once we get out of this traffic mess. Morning, y'all. Alright guys, we should probably stop and talk here for a minute. So we didn't get off to the best start Saturday morning. We had overslept. We needed to get some fuel on our way to the track. I think we needed to pick up a few other things that we ended up having to skip. There was a few time changes Saturday morning. We knew we needed to get to the track. We needed to do some prep to the car. And we were just going to be on a very tight schedule to get going on this cruise. So I think we had just kind of gotten everything ready as the cruise started rolling out. We kind of tagged the back of the pack. There was a few cars that rolled out with us. But anyway, yeah, so this is kind of how our cruise started. I didn't really get very good footage of rolling out. But throughout the day, we kind of got better as we went. So let's see how we did. All right, and we have officially made it to our first checkpoint. This is the John A. Roebling Suspension Bridge. It is in, I guess, Covington, Kentucky, Cincinnati. It does go over the Delaware River. And this was one of the first checkpoints that we come across. There was roundabouts at each end of it. We came across the other side. We did the roundabout, circled back, and we came back into the city so we could head towards our next checkpoint. All right, and now we've made it to our second checkpoint. This is the Cincinnati Union Station. It is an inner-city train station and museum center in the Queensgate neighborhood of Cincinnati. That's straight out of Wikipedia, y'all. It's a pretty cool place. I hope my upside-down filming here didn't make you too sick, but That's pretty neat. And we got our picture outside. We couldn't really stop, obviously, and take our picture at the first one, but here we go. Alrighty, so we knew at this point we were going to need to try to duck off and grab some E85. Bill had posted a E85 station app before the event that we were following. We didn't really think about the quality of E85 at these places, but so we had to duck off. We had to grab some fuel. Again, we were in a little bit of a rush leaving out that morning, so of course we forgot our funnel. We run no filter on the car, so we have no way of filtering fuel now. So we had to get a little bit creative, but we got it worked out. What up, y'all? We finally made it to a fuel stop on fumes. We're in a little rush today, so we forgot our funnel. So I ran over to the Burger King, got us some coffee filters. We got an E85, and then we're gonna get on to, I think the next stop is Twin Peaks. I'm super stoked to go to 10 Soldiers though, so that one's coming up. So I'll see you guys soon. And here we are at stop number 3, Twin Peaks in Florence, Kentucky. I don't think you guys need me to Wikipedia Twin Peaks. We spent a lot of time out in the parking lot just hanging out. Great people, man. We did grab some food. Again, we were kind of in the back of the pack all day, so we not necessarily missed the rush, but we were kind of rolling into places as the majority of these cars were rolling out. So kind of a good thing though. Kind of made our day a little bit slower, a little bit more organized. Alright guys, we have made it to our 4th stop. This is 10 Soldier race cars. They're based out of Hebron, Kentucky. I will say this was probably the highlight of my trip, man. Again, like I had said, we were a little bit behind the crowd all day, so at this point, cars are leaving. There's a small group of guys. Anyway, the entire 10 Soldier crew just made us feel like family. Jason grabbed us all right away, man, started talking to us, took us out back, showed us Charlie, spent a lot of time just talking, and he's an awesome guy, and it was really cool to see. So I appreciate him and the entire 10 Soldier crew for making us feel at home, the hospitality, everything was great. You guys are awesome, and I hope to do it again soon. Thanks. This is Billy's Camaro, SRC. It's pretty cool. Looks like you're a little bit more serious playing than I am, though.
We all play different levels.
There you go, there you go.
We're gonna end up there. So I told my wife, and she's like, "You're not called Brad." Hey,
not gonna tell them no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it
I
and
get
too
that.
with those guys, like, we have such a trust with them. Like, I don't break down their bills. I don't do nothing. Like, I just like, hey man, this.
Yeah, definitely makes
I
sense.
tell you what, it's. I was talking to Brad. We actually it's like how people sit here and say, "Oh, go to the friend." Oh, you can just go to the car cruise and you can go do whatever, and you can just
Yeah, you can just take off work
Take off
whenever and
work
go
whenever
get your
you
race
want.
car ready to go. What are you stressing about?
Yeah. Why do we work on it in the evenings every night? You know?
Yeah, what are you talking about? You haven't slept in 3 days.
You have a nitrous car, man. That's the main problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so yeah, like the last couple of weeks, we were switching from street to track to good surface to bad surface, different tires, different rear end setup, just not different rear end setup
Yeah,
necessarily.
but
We're on a leaf spring, but different settings, and we were having some nitrous problems. We were fighting with it during that time, and then obviously racing in the middle of the night. And
nothing like this. Ours is such minute compared to.
oh yeah, yes. We're still on a one stage, man.
Running LDR with it.
Okay.
It's 150 pound heavy right now for LDR.
Is it?
So we can weigh 2,500 to race LDR.
Yeah.
So, but if that's what this thing was going to do, it would have one system on it. It'd just have one really big system.
Really big system.
The multiple systems is definitely nice for no prep. Just
For the
because-
tunability.
Yeah, well, typically stays on the button on no prep, so now we have a scramble. Which most nitrous cars don't have that.
Yeah, no,
you know,
I don't
so,
know.
and this thing runs 50 mile an hour for what, most of these guys with no prep, they've never actually raced a real nitrous car, so they don't know, like, oh, that thing's still gonna go. Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, we race a lot of turbo small block guys, and like they have no they're like, you were still driving away from me on the big end. Like, well, 'cause
Yeah.
that's a real nitrous engine.
That's really how it is.
It's a Haltech, actually.
Oh, Haltech, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's it.
Oh, okay. They're not how it is.
Yeah.
I was curious as far as like engine management, as far as data.
Yeah, yeah. The Haltech does everything. So that one box, you can see there's no other box in this race car.
Yeah.
It does everything.
Does everything.
That's
you
true.
need.
Haltech is honestly probably the most advanced system, but the problem is
You just don't hear about them too much on our end.
you don't, and it's like Haltech. You really gotta be an actual EFI tuner to use it, because it will do anything. Like, you want that thing, like for Holly, for example, on your nitrous controller.
At this point, I know they're testing at the track. I'm starting to wig out a little bit. We have no time trials in. We did get a few test trials in the night before, but it was in the dark, in the cold, so I was just starting to stress a little bit. We needed to get going. Alright guys, made it to the Hollywood Casino. I think this is stop 4. I don't know. Let the car cool down for a minute. We'll snap a couple pictures, document we're here, and then we are on to the next. We are a little bit behind the pack, so we need to kind of pick it up, I think. But we're getting it, so we're making it. And our final stop, the State Line Restaurant, Greendale, Indiana. From what I understand, I think this is possibly like a family friend of Rob Winley, the owner of Edgewater or something like that. It was a cool little restaurant. They were closed when we got there, so we couldn't try anything. But cool spot. We made it. We're back at the track. Successful trip. Now we got work on a racing car. completed the cruise. We got back. We had about 30 minutes left of test and tune. We were able to do one shakedown pass. We took the data from last night. Weather's a little bit different, a little bit warmer. Took the data from last night, threw the car together in what we thought would be good, and let off trans brake, basically fell on his face, didn't go nowhere. Too fat. Something wrong. Back to the trailer, checked the spark plugs, trashed, gone. And we knew that the cruise this morning probably would have ruined a set of spark plugs, right? Makes sense. We're just trying to see if we could just start off elimination with a fresh set. But that didn't work out for us. So we're going right into eliminations now. We got a driver's meeting in like 10 or 15 minutes. Dad's put a new set of plugs in the car. We're going to look over the tune together, decide together, and just make a swing at it. And hopefully we end up on the right side of the fence. So we will pick you guys up here in a little bit. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Oh man, his voice is got it, so I'm going to see it. You're very good to go back up, man. Wow, man. As we get older, we're like holding pictures, baby. You know what I mean? We start out as like, what are you doing with this? Well, we start out as like Richie, you know, the cheap cows, you know, like sit-offs, or like, sorry, then as we get older, then we turn into that baby soft stuff. And that's what time you them he's getting baby soft. Charge out.
Talk a little bit about that pass, guys. I honestly think we probably should have hit the tire a little bit harder off the start. I think we were trying to come in a little bit too soft. We had heard that they were going to be prepping in between each class throughout the night, and we were the second class up, I think. So we weren't exactly sure what the track surface was going to be like. We really didn't have that much data on it that day. So we started off a little soft, ramped it in probably a little bit too heavy. I think if we really would have hit the tire a little bit sooner, a little bit harder, I think it would have been able to obviously take the ramp and it wouldn't have wheelied so bad. But on to the next. All right, so now we get back to our pit. We start settling in, making some changes, getting ready for the next round, and then we hear an announcement. Some dudes started setting in. I believe we had a curfew approaching. And we were not going to finish this race tonight. So, kind of wasn't horrible for us. We hurried up, packed up, went and got some food, got some sleep. It was much needed. But basically just geared up to be back in the morning and finish this deal up. You keep having them, we'll keep coming, Bill.
Unless you watch The Office.
That's what they say.
Great TV show, though. Alright, guys, so the last run before us had a little bit of transmission fluid dripping on the return road, so they got us stopped here. Just double checking the track, make sure everything's safe, and get right back at it.
Not fun. Never mind. You were talking to whoever we were talking to yesterday.
All right, so we got
Just hang on, 10 minutes. We're going in around. If you want to stand over here, come stand over here. I'll stay.
Thank you.
Track around, so we got our first round win after a big wheelie. Hopefully we keep the wheels down today. It sounds like you got this. You got it. Just hold that right there.
Right here.
Go for it.
Hi, this is Heather. We're at round 2 today. Put that out. There you go. I am terrible at this.
Hi guys, Heather here.
It's the arms!
Round 2. We're going into round 2.
Hey.
Yesterday we had a big wheelie in round 1. Hopefully we'll keep the wheels down today.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hi, this is Heather. We're at round 2. We had a big wheelie yesterday. Hopefully we can keep the wheels down today.
There you
Is
go.
that better?
Yeah,
Okay.
nice and simple. Nice and simple.
Here we go, guys. We're loading up. Our plates in 28 weekend is finished. A few things from that last pass. I honestly think the tune-up was pretty close to being right on. We didn't get that good of a burnout on our second burnout after they shut us down to double check the track. And then also, obviously, if you watch the car, it's rocking a little bit right as he's in the beam, so it's really not settled when he lets off the trans brake. So just one of them things, you know. So we'll load up and we'll come home and keep wrenching and get after the next one. Awesome time, man.